Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Obligatory Podcast. We are your hosts, George Sullivan and Forrest George, and today we are doing something a little different. Grab your aphrodisiacs, bring an extra change of undies, and snuggle up to your boyfriend, girlfriend, or they friend, because George and Forrest are answering 100 questions to fall in love. Forrest, tell them how you're feeling on this magical evening.
George, I'm feeling explosive. I'm ready.
That's good. I'm well prepared. Forrest and I have not seen these questions in advance. We have skimmed it, but we may have seen a couple questions.
But we did not share the answers.
We have not shared our answers. We're going in raw.
We're going super raw. Me and George,
we're going in uncircumcised.
we're doing it raw. We're
Yes.
both circumcised.
Yes, we are both
But
circumcised.
we're doing it raw.
We hope that you enjoyed today's episode. And sorry if we make you come.
I'm not.
Let's begin.
So George, just to preface, real quick, we are not in love yet.
Nope.
Not in love yet.
No. But I feel like that's kind of where our friendship has been.
The next logical step for us is falling in love hopelessly.
We've been hanging out like almost every single day.
Literally every day. Can't get away.
No, we've been planning on kissing. But we'd only do it for content. But
it's gonna happen soon.
Forrest, I love you as a friend.
I love you too, George.
But I'm just not in love with you.
I'm not in love with you. It's like...
it's the biggest blind spot of our friendship.
It is, because you know what? We have problems, and maybe we wouldn't fight so much if we were just actually in love.
Exactly.
People say we fight like we're in love.
Yeah, that's what...
But yeah, I don't feel it in here.
They say we fight like an old married couple in the 30s. I don't...
And I say he just hits me.
But it's like... God, what can we do to like take the next logical step?
How can we get from here to there? Point A to point B. And this is the only way I see of doing it.
Yes.
I'm talking middle school. I'm talking over Snapchat. I'm talking looking up how to flirt. I'm talking 100 questions to fall in love.
Yes, we are answering breath2inspire.com's 100 questions to fall in love. Yeah.
And I think we should just go right in.
I think we should just hop right into that.
George has all the questions.
Right over
he'll be the asker.
Yes.
We'll both be answering, of course, but I assume it will be a me-him scenario.
Yeah, we're just gonna wrap it. We're not gonna rapid fire these, but we're gonna move. We're gonna move.
If we have 60 minutes, we need to kind of under a minute for most of these. So.
Yes. All right, Forrest. Question 1. Given the chance of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
As a dinner guest?
Yes.
For what kind of dinner?
I'm thinking
like a romantic dinner?
It's like a house. It's a house event.
Okay.
You're with your loved one, and you want to invite someone over to dinner.
Just to pick their brain.
Who is that special person that you were bringing to the event?
I'm gonna go with Jose Andres, celebrity chef, philanthropist guy.
Yeah.
He has a charity organization that I really appreciate and enjoy that I'd love to work for.
Good answer.
At some point, I also think that it would be a good connection for me.
Yes.
In my future. What do you?
I'm bringing Mr. Beast to that dinner.
Jimmy Donaldson.
I'm bringing Jimmy Donaldson to that dinner.
I bet you thought I was gonna say that.
I did not think you were gonna say that. I was hoping and praying that you wouldn't, because I think Jimmy Donaldson as a guest would be absolutely hilarious.
And you'd leave with more money than you started with, most likely.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm not looking to pick apart Jimmy Donaldson's brain. I'm hoping that he gives me a fat rack and I can leave with a wet spot in my trousers.
I might prefer to pick apart his brain. That's how I'd get my wet spot.
I understand. My wet spot comes from money.
Yeah, but speaking of coming, let's move on.
Yes. What? Yeah. Would you like to be famous? Question and follow-up, in what way?
I would not like to be famous. Okay. I think I wouldn't do well. I think I love people. I love being out all the time, and I'd consider myself pretty open. Okay. But I think just being under the constant eye of people, it would just be too stressful. I wouldn't enjoy life. Yeah. Like I wouldn't be able to go out anywhere. Yeah. If you're like actually famous, you're getting stopped for pictures every day. Everybody treats you like you're a zoo. And I get enough anxiety, like thinking people already look at me when I know they don't.
Yeah, I understand. Some people might say that I am already famous. Yeah. Niche internet micro celebrity, totally tortilla on Instagram. I have been stopped in public, called by my Instagram handle, and I've even had the pleasure of taking pictures with fans. So I'm personally comfortable in the moment with the fame that I have now. I think the max amount of fame that I would like to receive is one of a relatively large YouTuber where I only get stopped for pictures maybe once when I'm out in public. You know?
Right. So we're talking like a million subscribers, maybe.
I'm talking like maybe 10 mil.
Okay.
10 to 20 mil. You know,
I think you don't realize how big that is.
I think it's a big number. Listen, 10 million is a big number.
It's a big number.
But I don't want to be Jimmy Donaldson famous.
No.
Not until maybe I go break out into the acting industry, but then I have like guards, I have everyone doing everything for me.
You know what? I wouldn't mind being a faceless YouTuber.
Ooh,
I wouldn't mind like the fame and attention. I would just don't want the anxiety.
Like a corpse husband type.
Corpse husband,
or a dream before he had the mask
or
on.
after he put the mask back on and everyone forgot what he looks like.
I don't remember what he looks like.
Nope, can't think of it.
Let's move on. Number 3. Before making a telephone call, do you rehearse what you're going to say? Why?
So in my head, I think about what I'm gonna say, and then typically I say something wildly different. I don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
And I think that's because telephone calls, I'm only ever calling people I'm close with, and most of the time it's just being like, hey, I'm here, if I don't think they'll look at their texts.
Yeah. He's talking about me, by the way.
I am talking about you. So I don't typically call anybody.
Yeah.
And therefore don't rehearse. Unless, if I'm close to someone, I'm just gonna do what I feel like.
Yeah. What I usually do before I make a telephone call is I will pace around my living room.
Oh, I'm a big pacer on
for about 3 hours.
Okay.
Then I will pussy the fuck out. And send a text message. And if they look at it, great. If they don't, whatever. I will answer calls usually without a second thought.
Yeah.
But I will never I struggle with making the first step.
That's fair. Hey, I'm like that too. Again, I only call people I'm close with.
Exactly. Forrest, what would constitute a perfect day for you?
A perfect day for me would probably... It's like, I don't have specifics.
Yeah.
It would probably just include hanging out with a lot of my friends for like most of the day. Maybe in separate capacities, in separate groups.
Yeah.
And then eating a lot of good food and just talking about things that I'm personally interested in.
Interesting. Yeah. I would argue the same thing. I want to hang out with all my friends like in one day. Have something really funny to happen. Doesn't have to be good.
I would love something funny. I would love a perfect day for me is a good story.
Yes.
Mustard Men. Not going to explain that for the audience.
No.
We don't have time. I'm sure we'll get back around to it.
Yep.
That was a really good day for me.
That was a fantastic day for me.
We experienced a little bit of fame, and then we took off the suits and we were done.
Yeah.
And I was with friends.
Yeah.
Missed out on I would love to have like a really good meal, maybe cook.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I same thing. I want to hang out with friends. I want to have a funny story. I think a good hug every once in a while.
I love a good hug.
I think a perfect day would include a real good hug.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then I get a full, nice 12 hours of sleep.
I would love a full night of sleep.
Yeah, you would love a full.
I would love a full night of sleep one day of my life.
Yeah, that would be nice for you to not sleep 3 hours in a night.
But hey, you know what? We work with what we got.
Yeah.
That's all.
Number 5. When did you last sing to yourself? To someone else?
Ooh.
I can answer this one for you because I have mine locked in. Earlier today, no one was in the house, and I was listening to my favorite song on repeat, which is "Are We Still Friends?" And I was singing my soul to that song a couple of times. The last time I sung I've never sung like to another person one-on-one. Because I'm very self-conscious about my singing ability. It's something that I want to work on. But the last time I've sung to people, I would argue, was during the SpongeBob SquarePants musical. But if you want to get technical, I did rap in the George's Lunch Food Review movie. So you could throw that one in there, but I would say SpongeBob musical.
Yeah, I think the last time I sang to myself was right before we filmed the pod. I was singing the Colleen Ballinger apology song to make George laugh.
The Toxic Gossip Train.
Before that, earlier today, I was cooking and singing to myself.
Yeah.
Last time I sung to somebody was probably like a bit with George, like the other day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I slip into song. I think it's funny.
It is very funny. It is very humorous. Number 6. Ooh. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want?
The rocking bod.
Okay.
Because like I feel like I already forget things. Maybe not to the dementia point of view.
Yeah.
But like, my mind, I'm coping with it.
Okay.
I'm coping with what I have.
Yeah.
I would hate body failure. I would hate like having to have a cane. I would hate having to have, like, a really heavy prescription. Like, I want to just, like, be able to, like, live life. And I would rather take it one day at a time and maybe not remember it.
Taking it one day at a time.
I'd maybe not remember it, but, like, have a good time.
Yeah.
Than not be able to have a good time, but have an active brain and wanting to do all these things.
Yeah, I didn't think about, like, the body failing you prospect. Like, when I heard body, I thought, like, just the looks.
Okay.
You know? However, I'm now thinking, like, I don't want to have, like, a
just assume one of these things is failing.
Yeah. And, no, I'm still gonna go with the mind.
Okay.
I still want to have an active mind. I think the scariest thing to me is having, like, dementia.
I agree.
Or, what's the one where you forget? Audience members, write it down in the comments for me. Forrest clearly doesn't remember either. Just write it down in the comments for me. But, like, dementia and the other one. I don't want to get that. I don't want to forget all my funny stories.
But you do want to burp on the pod. Speaking of that, let's move on.
Alright. Forrest.
Yes.
Do you have a secret hunch how you will die?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be chasing a story. I think some stranger's going to come up to me and they're going to be like, yo, what's up, man?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a small conversation. I'm going to be like, this guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because I do that all the time. Have a small conversation with someone and assume that they're awesome, and then I would probably live the rest of my life with them.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, yo, let's go back to, like, my place, like, hang out, let's, like, smoke or something. And then I would get murdered.
Yeah. That is the quintessential Forrest Gania death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. God, what was the question again?
I don't know. Let's move on.
Okay. Wait, no, I remember. Do I have a secret hunch on how I will die? Yes, I do. Drowning in pussy.
Oh, you gotta give me some knuckles for that.
I gotta give you some knuck for that one.
For the audio listeners, we just gave each other some bones.
Yes,
but not in a romantic way. We're not there yet.
We are not hard.
We're not there. Well,
Force isn't hard.
That's good, at least.
For the audience, I know how you're gonna die. 2026 is gonna be a rough year for you.
Yeah. We have some secret messages we've been putting in your brains. Mm-hmm. We just have to say the activation code.
Yeah. But it's coming.
Speaking of coming, what about that question?
Number 8. Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
I mean, let's name 3 things that we don't.
Exactly.
I can't.
I couldn't. That's why we have to ask our guests to tell us for us.
I've heard that I'm quite cerebral.
I've heard that I'm quite strong.
Yeah, and then I've also heard that I'm more of a Renaissance man.
And I've heard that I'm good at rapping.
So
that's
4. That's 4 differences, but similarities, they don't stop.
They don't stop.
Speaking of not stopping, let's keep this roll.
Number 9. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
George, you take it.
I take it? I take it. The thing in this life that I am most grateful for is probably... that was rough.
Your speech impediment?
My speech impediment is not something that I am very grateful for. Something that I am very grateful for is all the loving friends that I have in my life.
Fuck, that was my answer. You asshole!
Sorry.
You stupid idiot asshole! You bastard!
I'm sorry.
Fuck you!
I'm sorry.
Anyways, so I would probably say I have a lot of loving people around me.
Okay.
Who I know are there for me, and they know I would never do anything to them the same way they would never do anything to me.
So I'm gonna change my answer because Forrest is giving me the stink eye. I'm grateful for
the next question. Me too.
Yeah. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
The way I was raised?
The way you were raised.
I wish my parents were stricter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's fair. I wish I was loved.
No one loves you after doing that on the pod.
That's fair.
For the second time.
Number 11. Take 4 minutes. We're gonna cut down on that time.
All right.
Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
George,
let's skip this one.
Let's skip this one. That's a whole episode.
That's an episode.
That's a whole episode.
4 minutes.
4 minutes?
I have so much life.
Give me an hour.
Give me 5.
An hour each.
Give us 5.
An hour each.
If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
I would love to be less anxious when I'm alone in public.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I think is holding me back the most in life.
I think my anxiety personally is something that I would love to get rid of.
Yeah.
But if I could be given one ability, I'd probably have to go with singing. I really wish I could sing. Singing is awesome. I want to make an album.
Yeah, nothing's stopping you.
Except for my singing ability.
It's learned. You could learn.
I could learn.
I'll teach you.
That's time. That's a lot of time.
I'll teach you.
I'd rather start a podcast with you.
You know what's funny about that is we're actually on a podcast right now, and we're about to move on to the next question.
That's true. Number 13. I'm sorry. I'll cut that out, audio listeners. I'm sorry.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
I'll tell you what I wouldn't want to know.
Okay.
I would not want to know how I die. People who say that are fucking psychopaths, and they don't know how that would mess with you.
Yeah.
I would want to know... I'd want to know, like, the funniest untrue thing somebody said about me.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm okay not knowing, like, the universe's secrets. I'm not going to be like, oh, the meaning of life. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
The point... It's like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
I want to know the funniest untrue thing someone has said about me.
Yeah.
Right now, the thing I think it is that when I was a sophomore in high school, some people said that I was taking girls to hotel rooms and fucking them.
Interesting.
As a 15-year-old.
Yeah, without a car.
Without a car.
Or license or permit.
Or that much money.
Yeah.
Or the ability to book a hotel room.
Because you have to be 18.
Because you have to be, at most places you have to be 21.
Okay.
You can get away with it when you're 18.
Yeah.
You cannot get away with it when you're 15. Trust me.
You tried.
Trust me, I did. You're coughing a lot today on the pod.
Yes, I am. If I could ask this crystal ball anything, I would ask for 1,000,000 wishes. Number 14. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
I've dreamed of doing.
Yeah.
I'd love to go on like a TV competition show.
Okay. Any in particular?
No.
Okay.
Like cooking or singing.
I personally think that I could rock Hole in the Wall.
You would.
All those people on that show were fucking terrible.
You'd be so good at Hole in the Wall.
I'm so lanky.
You'd be a perfect personality.
Oh yeah, I'm such a goofball.
Yeah.
Like even if I do fall, which wouldn't happen.
Yeah, the audience would love you. They'd like cast a vote by text and save you.
Yeah,
which I don't think happens in that show, but it would.
The host of the show. Hold on. Who is the host of?
Can't believe he's looking this up.
The Wall.
What I kind of liked about our podcast is that we didn't do that. Because I do that in casual conversation all the time.
If Brooke Burns
is listening,
if he's listening and saw me fall, like start to fall, he would jump in the water and like spike ball hit me up into the air through the hole in the wall. Yeah,
it would be weird, but you know what? You would like it.
Yeah. Is there something that I've dreamed of doing for a long time? Be on Hole in the Wall.
Yeah.
Number 15. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
The greatest accomplishment of my life?
Yeah.
George is starting a podcast.
Wow. What a shitty accomplishment.
What about you? Being on my podcast?
Not being on your podcast. I would probably say George's Lunch Review, the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Picking it up by like a 2-hour feature-length film
that was like 16 days.
Shot in 16 days. That was on the brink of cancellation for like 2 months straight. I think I'm proud that we managed to get that one out.
Agree.
Number 16. What do you value most in a friendship?
Humor.
Okay.
A lot of people would say like truthfulness or something like that. I think if you're friends, that's kind of inherent. I don't think it's necessarily something to be valued. To me, something that's valued is something that's optional, but really preferred.
Yeah.
Which is humor.
Okay. Would you throw listening as something that should not be optional?
I think that's obligatory.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was gonna be my answer, but if we're going by
you do you. However you interpret the question is how you should answer it.
I want people that I'm friends with to like, hear the words that I'm saying and really take it in.
Not only hear them, but feel them.
But feel them, understand.
And go, the whole time.
Yeah, I want them to hear my stories and go,
Oh, yeah.
And when I say
I would have done the same thing.
And when I say an opinion, I want them to go, yeah. So I really understand that. I really know that they took the question in.
Yeah.
But comedy is like right there.
That's
17. What is your most treasured memory?
We're only 17 in.
We're only 17 in. It's only been like 20 minutes.
My most treasured memory.
Yeah.
I'm going to set the scene. Everybody in the room, close your eyes. Not you listening directly. You who happens to be listening it because the other person's listening to it. Yeah, you can hear my mumbles. Close your eyes. You're a preschooler. Your name is Forrest. You're sitting on the table that's in the corner of the room. There's a wall to your right and a girl named Leah to your left. You have a tomato.
Okay.
Wow. A tomato. I love tomatoes. I eat tomatoes most days.
Is it ripe?
It's very ripe. It's a cherry tomato.
Oh, nice.
And you bite into it and you notice, hey, it always explodes in my mouth when I bite into it. Akin to a gusher. Of course, I didn't know what a gusher was.
Yeah.
They're nature's gusher. I have this thought and I wonder, hey, can I make this happen outside of my mouth? I take the next cherry tomato. I ruthlessly bite the top off of it. I twist it around.
Yes.
I set it up in my hind teeth. I bite very firmly down on the back of the tomato. It splashes everywhere, all over the wall. My hypothesis was correct. I can do it.
Wow.
I don't know what it is about that memory to me that is so treasured. It's my first memory.
Yeah.
And I think that it just was like a really big moment in like self-confidence and in my own thought process for me.
That's nice.
Everybody can open their eyes.
Thank God.
If you're listening directly to the podcast, I didn't tell you to close your eyes before. You have to close it for the rest of the podcast. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Yeah, keep them peepers shut.
Yep. What's your most treasured memory, George?
My most treasured memory? I found $5 on the ground a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Dude, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good day. That might be my new perfect day.
Ooh, new most treasured memory. Cappy show. Last year,
oh, yeah.
I was there for Plankton. I sent in my picture when they called, when they were saying the names of the people in the categories, instead of my picture.
To be clear, this is an award show.
This is an award show for high school theaters in the DMV area. When my name popped up, it wasn't the picture that I sent in. It was a picture of a different black guy. And that was the funniest thing that has ever happened to me.
Yeah.
That was my most treasured memory.
That's a good one.
Forrest.
Yes.
What is your most terrible memory?
My most terrible memory?
Yes.
Skip.
My most terrible memory.
Starting a podcast.
Last year.
Oh.
Cappy show. I was there for Plankton. When I went up, it wasn't the picture I sent in. It was a picture of a different black guy. It was haunting. It was the worst day of my entire life.
You know what? I'll give you a different bad memory from preschool.
Okay.
I'm exposing myself with this one. This one is really embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Everybody close your goddamn eyes.
God damn it, I also spilled my drink.
Everybody close your eyes. I'm taking you back in the world.
Alright.
Imagine you're preschooler Forrest again.
Yes.
It's potty time. Everyone's in the bathroom. Oh my god. I just let a few logs rip. I'm on the toilet. Whatever. I'm wiping up. I'm thinking. I'm kind of looking around. I'm an observant guy at this point.
Yeah.
And I see feet in the stall next to me. I don't exactly know who they are.
Okay.
But I'm like, man, I would love to fuck with that person right now. I would love to mess with that person.
Okay.
George, how would you mess with that person in this scenario?
I wouldn't mess with that person in that scenario.
Great. You're a preschooler Forrest. How would you do it? Reach into the toilet, grab your own shit, and start throwing? What a great answer, George. I do this maybe 4 times. I throw 4 pieces of preschooler shit at this person. I miss every time. It's embarrassing. We get out of the bathroom, I wash my hands, nothing ever happened. You know, I'm casual.
You got away with it?
No.
Oh.
A lady from the office comes up to me next, within the next 20 minutes, and is like, "Hey, Forrest, were you throwing your poop at somebody?" And I said, "No, that's not what happened. Here's what happened. Mm-hmm. I had a fishing rod in my back pocket.
Oh, okay.
I pulled the fishing rod out of my back pocket, and I started fishing for poop fishes.
Oh,
I was trying to catch them,
but
I kept yanking too hard, and they must have ended up in the stall next to me."
Damn, I hate when that happens.
"That's clearly not true. Why are you lying to me? You have to help me clean this up." Mm-hmm. By this point, the shit is slightly dry and feels almost hollow, and she's making me pick it up and throw it in a bag. Like there's consequences to my actions. And guys, that's my most terrible memory.
Wow, you guys didn't just like throw it in the toilet?
No. Threw it in the trash. Open your eyes, everybody.
Forrest, you're a fucking maniac.
I had an interesting preschool experience. Those are my 2 memories.
Interesting wouldn't be the word that I use to describe that. I would say downright horrendous.
I was a little shitter back then. I'm better now.
Oh.
I've never thrown my shit at someone since.
You know what? That's why you're the better between
You're
the
next,
two of us.
George.
I'm next? You're going to throw your shit at me?
If you're ever shitting in a stall next to me, watch out!
Okay. It's funny because I don't think we've used the bathroom together.
Not since the incident.
In a year. Not since the incident.
No, we can't do it since the incident.
And I don't know if we can even describe what the incident is.
You know what? I'd rather not talk about it on the
think we
pod.
should.
Actually, cut out the incident, George.
Okay, George, remember to cut this out.
Whatever you do,
cut this part out.
Speaking of cutting it out, this is lengthy. Let's just go right to the next question.
If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are living now? Why?
I'd travel. I'd travel so much more, and I would do it with all my friends. I would pay for literally everything.
Yeah.
With all my friends. I have a decent amount of money saved up. I'd pay for everything. I'd travel with all my friends for like a year. I'd be like, all right, guys, I'd do a YouTuber outro and die.
Mm-hmm. Like when the like timer is ticking down?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'd set music to it too.
That's a good answer.
What would you do?
My answer? Knowing me,
I'd record a lot more podcast episodes.
You know what? That might be my answer. I was gonna say I wouldn't
leave the world with something to remember you by.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would hopefully make more videos, like make the videos that I really want to make. But that's not happening. So
I mean, yeah.
Next question: what does friendship mean to you? It means someone to love, someone to trust, and someone to start a podcast with.
Ditto. Same answer.
21. What roles do love and affection play in your life? Love and affection makes me want to start a podcast with someone.
Wow. I'm starting to feel it.
I'm starting to feel like I'm in love. But we're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We won't be there until we hit question 100.
Yeah, but we have to keep going to get there.
We do. We're only at question 20.
Love and affection in my life? Don't worry about it.
22. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your partner. Share a total of 5 items.
Whoa, okay, we'll do 3.
We'll do 3.
We're holding hands. My hands are sweaty.
My hands are wet from the Fanta that I spilled on myself.
Okay.
Forrest.
For the audio listeners, we're holding hands looking deep into each other's eyes.
I love your humor.
We're taking turns.
Okay.
George, I love your blue eyes.
Thank you.
I see them when no one else does.
Forrest, I love your questionably colored eyes. I'm colorblind, by the way.
George?
Mm-hmm.
I love the way you're a passenger princess to my driving daddy.
Forrest, I love that ever since I started wearing button-ups and rings, you culturally appropriated that outfit from me.
I was planning on this a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't because of you, no matter what you say.
I don't believe you.
George, I love that ever since I gave you bracelets, you've worn at least some of them every day.
They're good bracelets.
Good bracelets.
How'd that go with me?
Yuck.
That
Am
was
I right?
25!
25. We didn't skip shit.
We didn't skip any. Make 3 true we statements each. For instance, we have
a funny podcast.
We have a funny rap coming soon.
We like to work with each other.
We are both white.
We both desperately want to kiss. That's
we
3
do
each.
not share
That's
that sentiment.
That's 3
what
each.
the fuck?
That's 3 each, and I think we should move on.
26. Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share.
A podcast?
A podcast? Wish fulfilled. 27. If you are going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important to him or her, for him or her to know.
About me?
Yeah.
Is that I greatly overvalue what comedy means to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just assume that it means the same to everybody else.
Yeah.
And you gotta put up with that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold back in Smash Brothers.
That's a really good thing to know.
I'm just not gonna. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met.
You go first.
Okay. I like our podcast.
I like that you said that to me.
Let's move on. Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life. You ready for round 2, Forrest? You have another poop story in the chamber?
I don't have another poop story. You know what?
Okay.
George, I told you this earlier. I'm going to repeat it for the pod.
Okay.
I have a Friends with Benefits scenario going on right now.
Okay.
And she happens to listen to the pod.
Shout-outs.
Shout out. I know you're listening. Maybe. And we were kissing earlier today. And in the middle of kissing, she opened her eyes. Which you could just kind of vibe. You could just vibe that kind of happened.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, she'll close them. That's fine. And she said, George kisses with his eyes open. It was... I felt so many emotions.
Yeah.
None of them were good. I was so caught off guard. I had to stop everything for like 3 minutes. I was like, yeah, what the fuck?
I love that my fans are so dedicated to the podcast that they are referencing how I kiss in their makeout sessions.
Yo, you are affecting my sex life, George.
For the audio listeners, we just high-fived. Shared embarrassing moment in my life. 3rd grade, I had a crush on this girl. This was like at my old elementary school. I had a crush on this girl. Her name was Melissa. She was the prettiest girl in my class.
Melissa?
Melissa.
I went to preschool with her.
No, you didn't.
I might have.
You might have. And it was the end of the year.
I threw shit at her feet.
It was the end of the year.
Oh, Melissa! I got tomato juice in her eye.
You piece of shit, let me finish my story. It was the end of the year. I had a crush on her for the entire year. It was yearbook signing day, right? I already got her signature in my yearbook. She was sitting down waiting for people to come to her because she was the top of the class.
That's what you do.
She was the boss. Mm-hmm. Then I was
George
talking
is into boss bitches.
I'm into boss bitches. And I was talking to my friend Andrew, and he said, yo, did you hear? Steven got Melissa's phone number in his yearbook.
No way.
And I was like, huh, I didn't know they were handing out phone numbers like candy.
And it's definitely a home phone.
It was no, Steven was the top dog. He was the CEO of this 3rd grade class.
No, but you don't have a phone in 3rd grade. You're giving out someone else's number. Mm-hmm. It's your home phone or your mom's.
It was probably her mom's.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I want Melissa's phone number.
Of course.
So I go up there, and I walk up to Melissa, all nervous and anxious, like, keep in mind, the whole class is, like, talking to each other, and the teacher's out of the room. I walk up to Melissa, and I look at her with confidence and suaveness in my tone and complexion. I say, hey, Melissa, can I have your phone number? And when I say that, the entire class goes silent, looks at me, and Melissa, for audio listeners, check out the YouTube video for this part. Melissa does this.
She slow looks back at you
and goes, what did you say?
That's insane. You didn't get her attention first.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah. So then I roll that one back and I go, never mind. I didn't say anything. And then Caitlin in that class points at me and says, look at how red George's cheeks are. And then I run into the bathroom cowering.
If I was that teacher, I would tell that story for life. That shit's hilarious.
Then the teacher came back into class and was like, why is everyone acting so weird?
Why is the vibe off?
Why is the vibe off?
Why did George ruin the vibes?
That was probably the 3rd most embarrassing story that I have regarding relationships and women. It's pretty good. When did you last cry in front of another person or by yourself? / by yourself.
In front of another person? Not in a long time. Cry? Sometimes I'll just be like chilling.
Yeah.
And I'll just start crying. No, I won't like start like yeah. But like I'll just start like crying. Not because my eyes are dry.
No.
It's just like I'll just start like tears will start forming and happening.
Yeah.
But I don't feel sad.
Yeah.
But I still classify that as crying.
Okay.
So maybe like a week ago, I was just like chilling on my phone and I just started like crying, but I was happy. I wasn't like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just happened.
I understand. I don't think I've cried since 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I told you we couldn't be friends and I wouldn't give you my phone number?
When... I didn't cry after that. Yeah. All right, let's move on. tell your partner something that you like about them already.
This is insane.
This is like the fourth, like, what do you like about...
I mean, you might as well tell me, though. Right? Like, you might as well tell me.
What I like about you?
Yeah.
It's how, like, we're always on the same wavelength in terms of comedy.
Yeah.
If one of us is electric, the other one's electric.
It's true. I like that we come in a pair to most people.
Yeah, I love that most people can't tell us apart.
Yeah.
33. If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone? Why haven't you told them yet?
You go first.
They're throwing some haymakers.
Yeah, this is kind of a heavy one.
This is a really heavy one. What do I regret most in life?
Yeah.
Not starting this podcast sooner.
I think sometimes I cancel on people for no reason. And if I was to die out of nowhere, I would be pretty upset that I didn't spend more time with, like, I don't know, a random person.
Okay. 34. Your house containing everything you own catches fire. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save one item. What would it be and why?
Not in my house. I keep it in George's shower. I have this massive 12-inch vibrating dildo.
Oh, yeah, very familiar.
Yeah, George uses it too. We kind of share it.
We do.
I'd save that.
That's a good thing to save.
But I could probably carry two things if I keep that in my ass. I'd probably save this necklace that I wear a lot. It means a lot to me.
It wouldn't just be on you?
I'm assuming I have nothing on me.
Okay, so you're running into the house naked.
Yeah, but I'm not grabbing clothes.
No, you're grabbing that one necklace.
Yeah.
Understandable. I'm probably saving that Minecraft sword. No. I'm saving, and I'm counting this as one item.
Yeah.
My giant Jigglypuff stack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one item.
that.
Yeah, that's one item.
No, or should I save my Amiibo collection? Because that's also one item.
No, that's already too chewed up.
Yeah.
You saved the stack.
I'm saving the stack.
Speaking of saving, let's save ourselves for the next question.
Of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing? Why? Who's gonna have the Who's gonna have the scariest death behind them? That's how I interpret this question.
Yeah, that's a better way to do that. Most disturbing. You know what? I've been pretty at peace with the fact that, like, my parents will die for a while.
Yeah.
My parents know this.
Okay.
When I was in kindergarten, we did an assignment that said, in 100 years, where will you be? And I drew a gravestone.
Yeah, makes sense.
My kindergarten teacher called home and went, yo, what the fuck's up with your kid? Is he okay? And my mom went, that's my kid. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I would be disturbed, don't get me wrong, but I've been at peace with the fact that they are going to die at one point.
Yeah.
My sister dying, because we're, like, not that far off,
yeah,
would probably hit me in a way that's like, holy shit, this could actually happen to me as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'd probably also say, I would say my brother Alex. Because no one's gonna be able to murder Alexander Sullivan.
That's true.
He is a beast.
He is.
He will kill anyone.
Fucking kill you.
Put a gun between
He's tried to kill me.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey.
I barely got out.
Yeah, I don't know how you did.
Yeah, that's why we only film once a week.
Yeah, we have to wait until Alex
recover.
We have to wait until Alex is at work so that Forrest can safely be in the house without Alex trying to kill him.
Yeah, he goes savage.
Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might manage it. Forrest. You know I'm too nice.
Yeah, dude.
I'm too kind.
Yeah.
It makes playing Mario Party with me a struggle. How would you fix that?
I would say that, you know, you should realize you don't owe anybody anything inherently, and that you should stand up for yourself when fit. A lot of people assume that to mean being mean. Yeah. I don't think it means being mean. I think it just means learning to say no.
That's good.
Nice. I feel myself like I'm too nice. I don't know how to say no to people.
Meaning, yeah.
How would you fix that for me? I know kind of the same question, but what's your advice on that? You can't steal mine.
No, of course I wasn't going to. It just takes practice. That like start saying no to like the super small easy stuff.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to work your way up to being able to say no to like more like deep and heavy shit.
Yeah. Good advice.
You're welcome. Now we're good. Those are the 36 introductory questions.
Yeah, those were just to make us fall for each other.
Yeah, and
now that we have little crushes,
yeah,
I think we're ready to fall in love.
All right. What can't you wait to experience together?
Sex?
Episode 100 of the podcast. Wow. Very different answers.
But they both lead to the same thing. Speaking of coming, let's move on.
If your partner were to offer you only one piece of advice, what would it be? Learn how to say no.
If I were to offer you one piece of advice?
Yeah.
Do better.
Oh. 39. What has been the happiest day of your life so far?
This one time in preschool, I threw my shit at somebody. I like knowing I have free will.
For me, the happiest day of my life, last year, Cappy's Day. I won't bore you with the story, though. 40. Imagine your partner coming home from work. So this podcast.
Yeah.
Smiling at you across the room. You go to meet them, but halfway there, they're attacked by two muggers.
Yo! In your house?
Yeah, in your house. You're going down the hallway and two muggers pop out of the ceiling and are like, ah! And they're demanding your wallet and cell phone.
Okay.
You happen to be armed. What do you do? What are you going to do about that?
What am I going to do about that?
What are you going to do about that?
I think I could take care of them without hurting them.
Okay.
I think maybe I could talk them down.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could, like, detain them in a way that would not necessarily hurt. My goal here is not to hurt people.
Yeah.
If they go for me, I would go for them, but I certainly wouldn't leave anything that's lasting. I don't think I'd want to break anything.
No.
What am I armed with?
You're armed with a gun.
A gun?
That famous gun that you carry around with you.
Oh!
Happy 4th of July, by the way.
This gun?
Yeah, that gun that he's holding right now for the audio listeners.
Yeah, dude, this is a big gun. Yeah, no, I mean, first I would shoot them in the feet.
Yeah.
Right? Once I shoot them in the feet, I say, that's just a taste of what I have. That's the same as me pissing on your toes. And I start pissing on their toes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like
then
that.
I, with bullets, draw a line up to their heart and say, are you ready for the final shot?
Yeah.
At this point,
okay.
they're my playthings. And I look them in the eyes, and I kiss them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shoot them in the heart, and I suck the life out of their lips for the last time.
Like that.
Yeah, how would you do it, though?
Two muggers pop out.
Yeah.
You're at the end of the hall.
Ah!
Help me! Help me!
Help me, George! Help me!
That's what you say.
Help!
I pull up my gun.
Yeah.
Sayonara, fuckers.
Uh-huh.
I shoot you in the head.
and then you have a lunch date with those guys the day after.
Yeah. 41. What are some of your pet peeves?
My pet peeves? I hate people being stupid, which I know sounds dumb, but like when people are don't have common sense, I feel like at some point you have to not necessarily make an effort, but you have to make an effort to not be smart, in the sense of you have to not try to be smart. And it's like, you're just a fucking idiot. You should realize that. It's like you don't have any self-awareness.
Okay.
Not having self-awareness.
Okay. My biggest pet peeve is I'll start off with like what I love like the most about people, which is
that's
like
not the question. I'm sure that's a separate question.
It'll probably pop up later, but I think it's entangled in what I'm about to say. I love when people are passionate. When they have something that they like want to pour their heart and soul to, they know a lot about, they want to like work on it a lot. Mm-hmm. They want to make sure things are as like good as they can be because they want to deliver it good.
People.
I'm not talking about
exclusively.
I'm not talking about people who hyperfixate. I'm just talking about people who are passionate about like a certain like thing or a genre or like project. I hate when people care too much about something
that is like not worth caring about.
It's just like
how do you define worth caring about?
What
makes something more valued?
I think when people care too much about something, it is affecting the other people around them.
Oh,
like negatively.
Okay,
that's what I mean. When they're taking like their passion and they're telling everyone to like fucking suck it,
like
right?
They're
being a piece of shit, just because they want something to be good, and it's like it ain't that serious. Nothing is ever that serious.
That's another big pet peeve of mine is when people take life too seriously.
Exactly, it's not that serious.
It's like it ain't it's genuinely not that deep. Mm-hmm. You know, we're all just fucking chilling. Yeah. Maybe chill with us.
Get with the program.
Speaking of chilling, I'm about to chill onto this next question.
That one wasn't very good.
Dude, I have done so many of these.
What, if anything, shocks you?
Shocks me?
Yeah.
You go.
Forrest, close your eyes.
Okay.
Now really start to think in your head.
Okay.
You're at the Cappies.
I'm at the I'm at the Cappies.
You're at the Cappies. You send in. You were elected for best male actor in a comedy role in a musical.
I could see it.
You send in your picture.
Wow.
You are a black man.
I've always thought I was.
Picture yourself as a black man.
It's so easy.
You're putting the shoe polish on your skin.
It's so easy. I did that last night.
You're in the audience.
Yeah.
They call out your name. Mm-hmm. Not for you winning, but to, like, say you're nominated.
Mm-hmm.
George Sullivan, that's your name.
Wow.
It's not a picture of you.
No.
It's some black guy.
What?
Named DeMarcus.
Who's DeMarcus?
Not you.
Not me.
You're shocked.
I'm shocked.
That was the most harrowing moment of my life. You can open your eyes now.
So I think what's shocking to me...
Yeah.
George, I need you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Imagine you're at the Cappies venue. Okay?
Yes.
Your good friend George,
mm-hmm.
who sometimes when you don't know it, when he doesn't know it, you follow around.
You? Huh?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stalking situation, but he doesn't mind once he figures it out.
Okay.
He's nominated for Best Male Actor in a Comedy Role?
Weird.
Wow, you know what? Good for him.
Yeah, but he didn't deserve it.
You bring your binoculars. All right? You're peeking in from the left entrance door into this venue, and oh my god, you see him. Hey, hi George. Hi.
Okay.
He doesn't hear you.
Makes sense.
He never does.
No.
But anyways, sorry. You're looking through your binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at him, and you see his face. His face when his name pops up, but it's not his picture. He starts laughing. You look up at the slideshow presentation, and that's not him. You're shocked. You're appalled. You can open your eyes now.
Wow.
That's what shocks me.
I didn't know you were there that night.
What?
Number 43. What makes you laugh? Follow up. And cry.
And cry?
Yeah, what makes you laugh and what makes you cry?
Good callback comedy makes me laugh really hard.
Yeah.
Bad callback comedy makes me want to cry. Mm-hmm. Which is kind of like coming from the eyes. Speaking of coming, let's move on.
Wow, so I don't get a chance to answer?
No, No, you answer.
What makes me laugh? Good callback comedy.
Yeah?
What makes me cry? Nothing, because I'm a man.
Amen.
44. If you could choose what to come back as in your next life, what would it be?
I don't want to live more life than I'm allotted.
Okay.
I think I wouldn't... I think I'd want to be like a bug.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe gets to live for like an extra like few weeks.
Like a butterfly?
Yeah, fly around, really like have a really good and like adventure filled few weeks, and then like that's it. Like I don't want more life than I'm meant for.
That's a beautiful answer.
I'm not religious or anything. That makes me sound like religious. I'm not.
I know.
Okay.
I'd want to come back as the next Mr. Beast of YouTube.
I'd want to come back as DeMarcus.
Ooh, that's a good one. I want to see what his life is like.
Yeah.
45. What trait do you most admire in others?
In others. We've kind of covered this already.
I haven't.
Or in friends.
Yeah.
I said comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move down the list because I already said an answer.
Might as well.
I really admire when people know what they want in life.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I most admire people who actually have confidence.
Yeah, instead of just faking it.
Instead of just faking it, like you and I do.
Fuck you, man.
I want someone with real confidence who isn't afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Unlike me.
Yeah.
Who's afraid of fucking everything.
A lot of things. Yeah, you're a little pussy boy.
I'm a little pussy. Speaking of pussies, 46. What is your greatest fear?
Pussies. No.
You know what? For me, that might actually be the answer.
my greatest fear that I feel commonly is when I'm high enough, not like drugs, when I'm off the ground high enough to not die but get hurt.
Yeah.
I have a fear of that level of heights.
Interesting. So
but when I'm like at the Grand Canyon, I'm feeling chill.
Okay, because you know if you fall, like...
I don't have to fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
It's really about dealing with it.
That makes sense. What am I most afraid of? Probably talking to women.
Pussy.
Yeah, pussy.
No, I'm calling you that.
Oh. Thanks, man.
Pussy.
Okay.
Speaking of pussy, let's move on to the next question.
What is the greatest What is the quality you most like in yourself?
In myself?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm really good at understanding people.
Yeah.
And I think that's rare and good.
In myself, I admire my creativity.
Mm-hmm.
I love coming up with situations and like sentences and stuff like that that is never going to be repeated.
Yeah, or like very funny.
In life. Like, will the plot of George's Lunch Food Review, the movie, ever happen any time anywhere else? No. It's just not gonna.
Yeah, it's objectively
and I love that.
like, yeah, that's great.
Which words or phrases do you most overuse? For me, it's
I say yo a lot recently.
Yeah,
I go and I'm like yo, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I don't like, you know.
I've been told that I say dog shit a lot.
Oh yeah.
But it's just because it's one of it's just like a favorite word of mine.
Yeah.
But my filler word is definitely
My filler word is you know.
You know is a good one. What color best describes your personality? Purple.
Let's do it for each other.
Okay. For you, Forrest?
Yeah.
Indigo.
Ooh, indigo. For you, George?
Yeah.
Not neon orange.
Okay.
And not dark orange either, but like Crayola orange or like Skittle orange.
Skittle orange. That's fair. I'll take it. What brings you joy, Forrest?
What brings me joy? Making other people happy.
Aw. Entertaining people. Yeah, I one-upped you.
Yeah, you really did.
It's the same thing.
Speaking of being speechless, let's move on to the next question.
Is there anything you've done in your life that you regret?
Not a one.
Nope.
Not me.
Forrest, you know who's at the top of my kin list?
Superman.
It's Superman.
And you know why?
Why?
It's because Superman doesn't do anything bad.
No.
Speaking of nothing bad, let's get to that next question.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
Oh, I would love to be a musical theater actor.
Lame.
Yeah.
I want to be a famous music artist.
Lame.
Yeah.
Basic.
What is your favorite occupation when you're not working?
Occupation when I'm not working?
Probably podcasting.
Podcaster.
Cool.
Genuine.
54.
Yeah.
If you couldn't live where you live now, where would you like to live?
Australia. Whoa. That was not on purpose.
That was earnest.
That was not on purpose.
You look super like mean when you did that. Australia.
I don't think Australia.
I would like to live where there's no racism. So Australia.
Oh, say can you see?
I love this fucking country!
Happy July 4th, everybody.
55. What keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up at night?
Yeah.
I think of a lot of ideas at night.
Yeah.
And I don't write them down or anything, so I could never share them.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like, my mind is perhaps most active when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Okay.
And so just like a lot of different things keep me up at night.
That's a good one. Did I ever tell you about this story with my third grade crush, Melissa?
Melissa. I threw shit at her feet, actually.
Yeah, that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked for her number. She turned me down. That keeps me up at night.
That sounds rough, man.
It was rough. Worst moment of my entire life.
Moving on from questions that make you fall in love, we're talking about deep questions that lead to love.
Okay, so
because we're really close to love.
Are we not in love anymore? I guess we're still like we're
like getting there. We still we have like a really deep crush, but we're ready for love.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah. So let's ask questions that you can't hear anywhere else on the internet. That's the point of this podcast.
Because we have whimsical conversations you can't find anywhere else, such as 100 questions that lead to love from a website.
Such as question 56. What's your favorite thing to see in the sky?
I like a really, really fluffy white cloud.
Lame answer.
Genuine. I just like a really good cloud.
That's actually a nice answer.
Like, a really good cloud makes me very happy.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing to see in the sky would probably be a blimp. There are only about 16 blimps in the world now.
Yeah.
So I think if I saw a blimp, it would be much akin to seeing a unicorn.
Yeah.
And I would really, really much like to see that.
Blimps are the closest we get to unicorns.
Yeah. I feel like this question was already asked, but what are you most afraid of?
Podcasting alone.
I hate solo podcasts.
Yeah.
It's not my thing personally.
No, not for Forrest.
What am I most afraid of? Probably bees.
Yeah, that's fair. Bees are. I've met a lot of friendly bees though.
No,
shook their hands.
Hey, listen. I want more bees in the world.
We need to save the bees.
We need to save the bees. I am fully in support. I think
Not
bees
only are we for human rights, we're for bee rights.
Bee rights.
If I were to come back as anything, it'd be a bee.
I want more bees in the world, and I think they're cute. Just keep them the fuck away from me.
Yeah, fair enough. Honestly.
What do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
In my spare time?
Yeah.
I like watching TV. I like hanging out with my friends. I like to cook.
Yeah.
I like to sing.
Yeah.
I like to podcast.
Yeah.
I like to moan when my friends are talking about what they like to do.
Dude, what the fuck?
That's what you were just doing.
That's gross, man.
Speaking of coming, let's move on to the next question.
Cool, I won't answer that one then, I guess.
No. What do you like to do in your...
I like to jack off.
Yeah, speaking of coming...
59. What's your favorite food?
This is a hard one.
Okay,
I need time to think. You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. It's nachos. Alright, Forrest, go ahead.
Fuck, man. My favorite food is really hard.
Okay, then I'll keep going.
It depends on my mood.
Nachos.
I think I don't have a favorite food.
Okay, what about...
Is that crazy? I really like a good mac and cheese.
Yeah?
I really like, sushi. I really like... What I do when I really want a food is I just get it. So I don't know if I have a favorite food. I don't tend to go back for something very often.
Okay. I love nachos. I don't have them enough. Give me a plate of nachos. I'm tearing that shit up as long as there are no onions in there.
My favorite soup is bun bo hui.
I don't care.
Okay.
Where would you like to retire?
Where would I like to retire?
Yeah.
Australia.
Okay. Dude, that was so rude of you. Where do I want to retire? Your mom's vagina.
Dude.
Give me some nuts.
Give me some fucking bones.
Give me some bones for that one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That was a weird moment.
Super weird. Don't know why we did. Okay.
If you were given $5,000 right now, what would you do with it?
$5,000 right now?
Yeah.
Put it in fucking savings. Put it in my retirement plan so I can get to Australia.
Okay. I'd probably do a Mr. Beast style TikTok, do this and I'll give you $5,000.
Yeah.
And then hopefully catch the attention of Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Does society reward what is right or what is productive?
What is productive? Our society is not based around what is right.
No.
We are objectively based around, what is productive, what gets us money. Our beliefs are not what is right. Our beliefs are puritanical. But what do you think?
I agree. Happy 4th of July, by the way.
Happy 4th of July.
What country would you most like to visit other than your own country? So you're not allowed to visit the United States.
I would love to go to Morocco.
Morocco?
Yeah.
That's a cool place. I really want to visit...
Or Vietnam.
Okay. I would really want to visit...
Brazil.
Okay. I would really like to visit...
I'd like to go to Antarctica, too. people don't really respect that enough.
Mr. Beast went there.
I know.
I want to go to Japan, Forrest.
I'd love to go to Japan.
I just want to visit Nintendo World there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen...
How much are tickets to Japan? You and me this summer. What are you doing in August?
What am I doing in August? Going back to college.
Going to Japan.
Going to college.
Going to Japan.
At Nintendo World of Japan, they just brought out a Bowser Jr. mascot. So he's walking around there.
So
now.
We're going to Japan. All the other influencers are doing it.
Did Mr. Beast go to Japan? Probably,
yeah, he did. He met PewDiePie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Speaking of meeting PewDiePie,
let's move on to the next question. 63. What? Oh, nope, that was the same question. If you could be born again, would you want to change your name?
No, I love my name.
Okay.
I couldn't imagine myself as anything else. I was almost named Phineas, which would have been just unfortunate.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the name Phineas.
But Phineas and Ferb.
But Phineas and Ferb, and I think Finn is kind of cool, but I just don't think it fits me. I think Forrest fits me so perfectly.
Yeah. I would definitely change my name.
Yeah, Aquarius maybe.
I would change my name to DeMarcus.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about me just screams DeMarcus.
I've always thought that about you.
Yeah, or a Tyrone, Aquarius.
Speaking of Aquarius, let's move on.
Okay. Would you want to change your gender?
I don't like being a man.
Okay. I'm chilling.
Moving on.
Would you want to stay an only child? Forrest, are you an only child?
No. George, are you an only child?
No.
Would you like to be an only child?
Not really.
Not at all.
So this question doesn't apply to us.
This is going to ruin our love, man. If we don't fall in love, it's because of that fucking question.
These questions are not deep at all. Can I just be honest?
The other ones were more deep?
Arguably. Like this next one is, would you want to grow up in a different era? No.
No, dude.
No, I am black.
With every... yeah, that's true.
I am black.
With every year that goes on, it's like the best time to be alive. Like, it just is.
Yeah.
It would be cool to, like, you know, go into, like, medieval times and see what that was like or whatever.
It would be cool to go back to slavery.
Yeah, like, it'd be cool to not have to do anything.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get, like, a different relationship with George. But, I don't know. Yeah,
it would be cool to have a relationship with Forrest where he's more of my master and I'm more of his slave than I already am.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think so.
Okay.
Speaking of me in control, let's move on.
What qualities do you look for in a friend?
I think they have to be funny.
Yeah.
I think they have to... I think they have to be nice.
Funny, nice, good listener, understanding, patient, just perfect.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't take anything less than perfect.
No, if you have any flaws, how dare you?
How could I love you?
I couldn't love anyone with flaws.
No,
except for the person that I'm in love with.
That
which
person
is not
has
you
to be
yet.
flawed.
Yeah,
because I don't have any flaws.
Yeah, exactly.
But once you see a flaw, then you'll love me.
Probably not.
You'll love me?
Probably not.
Oh, I have so many flaws.
Hey. Hey, Forrest.
Yeah.
This is question 69.
I'm ready for it.
And this question is asking...
Would you?
That's not the question.
Oh.
The question is, how many friends do you have?
I think I have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have a lot of close friends.
Okay.
I think I have, like, maybe, like, 15 to 20, like, close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I have, like, you know, like, hundreds of thousands of friends.
Yeah.
What about you, George? George seems to be counting on his hands right now. For the audio listeners, this isn't good content.
This many.
For the audio listeners, I don't know numbers.
Each finger's 1,000.
Oh, okay. He has 10,000 friends.
I have 10,000 friends. I like to consider that our viewers are our deep, close, and purse friends.
Oh, I absolutely believe they're my deep, close, and close friends, as you would say.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Speaking of friends, let's move on.
Are there any occupations that particularly interest you at the moment?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to be like a set designer.
Okay.
I just think like setting a vibe. I really enjoyed setting up this set today.
It was a lot of fun. Audio listeners, you are missing out.
When I visited George at college, I surprised him.
Yes, it was
awesome.
I
dimmed his lights in his room. I got a bunch of rose petals. I put like a bunch of these like shitty little tea candles all in his room. I got rose petals all over his room. Leading up to his room, I left roses with little one-word messages on the floor leading up to his room that spelled out
the main character. It spelled out
something. It spelled out something. I don't remember, but it was like I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah,
like creating a vibe.
Yeah, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was one of the best days of the year. I would personally. What was the question again? Are there any occupations that I'm particularly interested in? I do really want to like make music. Yeah, it's one thing that I do want to like do in the future.
I'm in the same place. I would love to make music.
Music is awesome. Shout out Rowan Clark.
Shout out Rowan Clark.
Go stream REC.
Genuinely very talented.
It's a very good album,
and she deserves more listeners.
Do these questions remind you of your friends and family? No, because they're not in the room with us.
When they keep asking me to describe my friends, they do remind me of them.
Yeah.
But no.
Depends on the question.
What about the question would remind me of them? Speaking of being confused, let's move on.
What is your idea of perfect happiness? Not a thing.
Yeah, I think perfect happiness is not possible.
If you're someone who believes in perfect happiness, I think that it like makes you more depressed because it's unattainable.
Yeah, I also think if you believe in perfect happiness, you're either super depressed or you're blocking it all out, and so you are super depressed. You just don't know it.
Yeah,
maybe everyone else around you knows it. George.
Yeah. Huh?
So speaking of George, let's move on.
What, if anything, is currently making you sad?
if anything is making me sad.
Oh, so it sounds like nothing is making you sad.
No. I think I have perfect happiness.
Sorry. A lot is making me sad right now.
Do you want to tell our viewers and the whole internet?
No.
Okay.
What are your 3 wishes?
God. Money, pussy, weed.
That's a good list, man. Bump it. I would wish for 1,000,000 wishes.
Yeah. And then what are your 1,000,000 wishes?
My first wish.
My wish is for us to move on from this fucking question.
Okay.
I hate this question.
Share one weird fact about yourself, 76. What is your least favorite word? So they
okay,
the
formatting error.
They fucked up the formatting. Share one weird fact about yourself, Forrest.
A weird fact about myself?
Yeah, for the internet.
One of the highlights of my life.
Okay.
This is so. Maybe not one of the highlights of my life. Maybe top 15 moments of my life.
Yeah.
Was Rick rolling a room full of like hundreds of people and then getting applauded the second I started the Rick Roll song.
Really? When was this?
Summer camp.
Okay. Did all the children know Rick rolling?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like it was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird fun fact about myself.
Yeah. One weird fun fact about myself. I wouldn't say this is weird per se. More like a good way to spread joy and happiness to all the people in my middle school. But I used to dress up in a cow suit and walk around at all fours mooing at people to promote my schools into the Woods Junior
And
musical.
now he jacks off to furry porn?
What's up with that? Isn't that a weird fact?
Speaking of weird, let's move on to the next question.
Let's not talk about weird. Let's talk about least. What is your least favorite word?
Least favorite word? Conundrum's hard to say.
Conundrum is hard to say.
But I like it.
Okay. Well,
I like how it sounds.
Okay, so that is not your least favorite word, and you just wasted the audience's time.
It's your least favorite word?
Is that the answer you're going with?
Conundrum? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The word that I'm going with.
I mean, it's quite the conundrum I'm in.
Yeah. My least favorite word, would probably be one-man podcast.
My new least favorite word is bitch.
Bitch?
Yeah.
Ooh. My least favorite word would probably be broad. I hate that word.
Speaking of hate, let's move on to the next question.
What turns you on and off?
Whoa! George?
Race play.
George.
I'll let the audience decide whether that turns me on or off.
Oh, so true.
If you could change one thing about your physical appearance, what would it be?
I would like to have a different hair.
Okay.
I feel like I can't do anything with my hair since it's so fucking straight all the time.
Okay.
And I've never changed my hairstyle. I mean, I have, but
Yeah.
I've never changed my hairstyle.
It must be hard being really straight, man. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I know you want to kiss me.
No. I would want, to be ripped.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to be like ripped.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson ripped.
Oh, I would love to have a gay bod.
Okay. 79. Describe a scenario that made you happy and sad.
Happy and sad? So bittersweet.
Yeah.
Anytime that, someone leaves, maybe you're about to start filming a podcast, and they say, hey, Forrest, entertain the camera. And, one part of you is happy, for sure, because you love to entertain, and this person has so much trust in you that that they're going to leave you alone. The other part of you is sad because they said they wouldn't. They said that it was a one-time thing. Stop touching me!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's me. What about you?
A scenario that made me happy and sad?
Yeah.
So I was nominated for a Cappy Award for my role as Plankton on the events that transpired that night.
Yeah, I think that's a really good answer. Hey, let's move on to a new genre. Now that we've led to love, let's get back to intimate questions to ask to fall in love.
Okay, so we're
there's
teetering.
love here.
Yeah.
There's love here, but we have to fall into the love hole.
We have to jump in. And we're going to jump in with our first question, which is, who was your first kiss?
My first kiss?
Yeah.
This is not a good question for Forrest. I don't know.
Okay. I'll say my first kiss. It was a stage kiss. Her name was Anna. It was for the show Thoroughly Modern Millie. I was the understudy for Ching Ho and Bong Fu.
Yo, what?
I was only cast because Miss Hobson didn't want to cast a white person in an Asian role.
I mean,
so she thought black person was better. Yeah.
We could have an episode on that.
We could. There's a lot of trauma there.
Yeah.
And in the show, I was supposed to kiss Anna, and I really didn't want to.
I stage married Anna.
When?
In summer camp.
I did not know about this.
Bleep the last name.
Yeah. I know. I know. Yeah, and we didn't do the stage kiss. Mm-hmm. We didn't practice it at all. Yeah. Right? Because we were both just like, fuck this. I don't want to kiss this person. Well, I don't want to kiss in general. So then the night of the show.
That's awful. That's an awful idea.
The understudy show, right? Oh my god. Night of the understudy show. We're behind the curtain right before the kiss is supposed to happen, and all throughout, Sarah, another person who was working on the show, was like, "Practice, guys, practice this. Practice this." And I've never kissed anyone before. She's right. But I just kept going like, "No,
you should get like comfortable with doing it." Yeah.
So then the curtain falls. We both do our singing lines. Yeah. And then we kiss. Student Johnny Hanford was in the audience. And he got a video of it.
No way.
George,
put it up.
The video.
Put it up.
There we go.
Wow.
And like everyone knew this was like the kiss of the show. Yeah. So everyone was in the back just watching. Everyone came out of the green room to come see it. And they were all going crazy. Miss Hobson was like, "You guys, like I saw you guys in the outskirts like freaking out during the kiss." I did not miss.
Whoa.
Everyone claims that it looked like I missed. I did not miss.
Insane to miss a kiss.
Exactly.
How would you do that, George?
I didn't.
How would you do that?
I've never done that before.
How did
I've never
you
done
do
that. So I didn't know where the lips were. Alright, what song gets you pumped?
What song gets me pumped?
Yeah.
Most Billy Joel songs.
Okay. I'm the Man by Alec something.
Yeah.
What annoys you?
When people are stupid.
Okay.
People aren't self-aware. Mm-hmm. When people miss while trying to kiss me.
Yeah. For me, it's gonna be people who are too short. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
So
because they have a lot of energy and they don't have enough body to hold it.
Yeah. Forrest, I'm gonna test your listening skills. What annoys your partner?
Well, you like friends who listen.
I do like friends who listen
and really feel the words.
And you know what? This was the last question.
You said people who are too short, but I know it's not the real answer. Mm-hmm. But I guess that's what you want the viewers to know. So that is your answer.
Okay, good. You hate stupid people. But everyone knows
so
this. What reminds you of your childhood?
Reminds me of my childhood is when I smell like the grandma smell. I get taken back. Yeah. Sometimes I'll eat a cherry tomato and I'll think about it.
Yeah. For me, it's when people are throwing poop at my shoes.
Oh, weird. Why?
There was this like piece of shit kid in my preschool who would take a shit and like roll it under the seats trying to hit me.
I heard he flung it, like threw it.
Like an Angry Bird?
Yeah, basically he was playing Angry Birds with the shit. But I don't know. That's just what I heard.
Can you describe in one sentence what your relationship means to you?
What our relationship means to us?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. To me, it'd be someone to podcast with and someone to write funnies with. Mm-hmm. That's all.
For me, it's someone to write funnies with and to start a podcast with. Nothing more!
Nothing more. We don't hang out every day.
Would you like to give birth?
No.
Adopt or both?
Oh. I think I would I've thought about this a lot in my life. Yeah. I think I'd be a really good father. Yeah. And I don't know if I'd want to be a father, but if I was, I wouldn't want to put someone through that.
No.
I think I would love to adopt. And I think, more people need to adopt. It's very hard. Yeah. It's very hard to adopt, but I think I would rather do that.
For me, it'd be real funny if I gave birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
87. When did you know this person was the one?
For the audio listeners, me and George thought we were going to kiss there, but we don't want to waste it.
No, we don't want to waste it.
You would miss my lips. We need to practice.
No, if we kissed, I would have been open eye, taking in both of his lips.
What was the question?
When did you know this person was the one when they first suggested a podcast to me?
That's what it took.
Do you want a genuine answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I have to think about it.
I think I knew George was the one when I saw him in middle school on all fours, prancing around in a cow suit.
Yeah.
With no shame, and just like knowing that he was trying to be his truest self, which is of course a cow.
Yeah.
If you go to DeviantArt right now and you look up George Sullivan,
it's just cow fan art.
It's just a lot of cow fan art.
Someone draw that.
Someone draw that for me. Someone please draw his persona.
For me, I knew that Forrest was the one when I was walking around on all fours and everyone was laughing.
Yeah.
And one smug asshole in the crowd was looking at me like, this idiot. I was like,
I hate people who are stupid. This guy looks so dumb.
That's what I knew. I'm gonna crack this guy.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
When did this person tell you they loved you first, or did you say it first?
This might be George might have told me for the first time that he loved me on the pod like 20 minutes ago.
That's not true.
Okay.
The first time we said we loved each other was last year, last day of summer before.
Oh, that's true.
I went
before you went off to college.
Off to college. After working on what was supposed to be the last day of shooting on the movie.
Yeah.
And I said goodbye to all my friends, Forrest being one of them. And I think that's the first.
We had a very touching moment in the car that I now remember. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine. How do you decide whom to trust?
I just give it out. It's more of a how to lose my trust type thing, which is still pretty hard to do. I'm very trusting. I think most people, benefit of the doubt.
I think it takes for me a lot of communication with someone and a lot of talking before I start to trust them. And I have to know who they are as who their character is before I willingly give up information about myself that I don't speak about often, because I don't talk about myself as much as most people think that I would.
No, you really don't. Neither one of us talk about ourselves that much, to be honest.
But if I find someone that I do trust, it'll start to slip into conversation. So it's just a vibe and time thing, I think, for me.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer.
What's your philosophy of life?
My philosophy of life is if I were to die, I genuinely think about this in this way. Yeah. If I was to die in a week, would I be upset that I didn't do that thing?
Okay.
And I think that I'm here to make stories and have good times and not worry about the longevity of it.
Yeah. My philosophy is nothing is ever that serious. Nothing is ever that deep.
Yep, absolutely.
Which is why I do all the wacky shit that I do.
Yep.
And I live by another philosophy. I live by two philosophies.
Wow.
And this mostly is I don't think anyone should ever judge anyone for anything.
Okay.
Unless that thing is harming themselves or someone else. Let people do whatever the fuck they want.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Unless someone's getting hurt, it doesn't fucking matter.
It does not matter. And then mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. How often do you call your parents, grandparents, or siblings?
I never call them. Because I live with my parents.
Yeah.
And my sibling.
Same.
But on birthdays, special holidays, maybe give Bubby a call.
Yeah.
But maybe not as much as I should. But we see each other a few times a year. I feel pretty good about how often I see my family.
Yeah, I live with them right now too. Depends on the person. My mom calls me every other day when I'm at college. My dad calls me once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my brothers, I call them only on special occasions. I really should be doing it more though.
Yeah,
I think that's my.
Yeah, I think I should talk to my family more as well.
That's my goal. For next semester and next year, call my brothers more. I think that's a good one.
I think it's a really good goal.
And also just more friends. I think
Keep up with friends.
Keep up with friends.
Keep up with friends.
It's hard. It's hard.
Really hard. Audience, as we so lovingly call you.
Yeah.
Me and George didn't talk at all for the entire school year.
No.
Both of our faults.
Yeah.
Both of our... I was working. He was in college. Neither one of us texted once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's something that I do want to like fix. I mean, we're gonna have this podcast.
I want to fix that as well. That's why we started the pod.
I think that's a big reason.
Yeah.
So we can have like weekly calls.
Yeah.
Which I think would be good. Yeah. If there was something important to tell your parents, grandparents, siblings, but nobody knew how to reach them, what would it be?
The way to reach them?
Yeah, I guess this question is worded really. If there was something important to tell your parents, but nobody knew how to reach them, what would it be?
What is it?
Exactly.
It's probably the most recent... Yeah, it's how to reach them.
How to reach them. Batman signal in the sky.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say since my top kin is Superman, I would turn on my super hearing.
Yeah.
And my super speed and flight, and I would just kind of fly to them. I'd hear them.
That's a good answer. What tradition... This is 98. We're reaching the end. What tradition do you follow the most from the roots of your culture?
Probably on Hanukkah. I'm Jewish. On Hanukkah, I eat a lot of fried food. It's probably throughout food is how I probably represent my roots.
Yeah.
Is that I cook and eat Jewish food, and I find it very comforting. That is something that reminds me of my childhood.
Okay.
To answer an earlier question better, there's a certain thing called matzah brai, which is like you take matzah, you break it up, soak it in water, squeeze out the water.
Yeah.
It's kind of like mushy. I like to do it in big pieces, and then you mix it with like eggs and salt and pepper, and then you just kind of like fry that up. Some people scramble it. Some people keep it in like a really big pancake.
Yeah.
I like to eat it with butter and like jam or something. It's just it's very nostalgic for me. I think it's very good. It's like super bland. It's just good.
Yeah. I carry nothing from my cultures.
Yeah, I had to teach him who Sam Cooke was.
He did have to teach me who Sam Cooke was. I am both Greek and black, and I don't personally like to let that like. I know it's not like let it define who I am, but I don't want people to like see me and think that's a black guy, that's a Greek guy. So I don't choose to carry that identity around. It's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're Greek or black, you're all right in my books.
Hey, amen.
But I do not want to be one of you dirty fucks.
Amen.
99.
We're so close.
What's your secret talent that nobody knows about?
Nobody knows about?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you do.
Nobody knows about this except for Forrest, but I can actually both rap and beatbox.
Did I just hear that you can rap and beatbox? George, can you show us?
No,
I mean, you brought it up. I mean, you kind of got it.
I don't want to, flex on the pod. Why so serious? So yeah, I like to beatbox from time to time.
Yeah, man, that's really cool.
Thanks.
I think I'm a really good writer. Not like comedy writer.
Okay.
Just like writing in general. I don't talk about it. I don't like to read. I don't really like to write that much. But I think I'm pretty good at just setting a like descriptive scene.
That's good. Forrest, we're at question 100.
George, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I think this has been a good episode so far.
I mean in the love sense.
In the love sense, sorry, Forrest.
Largely unchanged.
I don't think I'm in love with you yet.
I don't think I'm there yet, but hey, there's still one question.
There's still one question left.
I know this question's gonna be a banger.
I feel this question being like soul crushing, really deep.
And I just know that after this question comes out and we answer it, George, I think we're gonna be in love.
I think we're gonna be in love.
George, can you read it?
Yeah, I can hardly wait. Question 100.
100?
What makes you move forward in life, and how does that inspire others in your life?
What makes me move forward, and how does that inspire others?
Well, that's kind of a limp dick way to end this.
Yeah, it makes me not even want to answer. I feel like we just wasted like an hour of our time trying to fall in love.
Hour and like 20 minutes. And sorry, this episode is so long.
I don't feel in love at all.
No, not Not in the slightest.
Dude.
Well, maybe, what can we...
That's it, man.
You're done?
I'm fucking done.
You don't even want to try to answer this one?
Fuck this.
And you're just gonna leave me alone on the pod? Well, that has been 100 questions to make you fall in love. Clearly, it did not work. However, maybe your experience will be different. I've been George Sullivan, and the guy who so carelessly left was Forrest Gania, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode. And we hope to see you next time. Goodbye. What a shitty fucking episode.